What is your expectation of the MPC announcement this week?
We don't think that there's going to be a cut in the interest rates this week. We think that we'll see a hold from the Reserve Bank.
A hold from the Reserve Bank. Do you think there's still room for a 50 basis point in total cut this year? I know that's what some other economists say. Is there maybe another expectation?
Look, I think the rule of thumb that we like to use is if inflation is around 3, then add another 3% to that, and that is where the interest rate should be. So if you did that simple calculation, then we could see the interest rate come down to around 6%. Unfortunately, we have to keep interest rate policy restrictive. So we have to keep it above that 6%. And that's because of all the things that you mentioned. So, for example, the uncertainty, both domestically and the uncertainty that we're facing globally. And I think we're seeing this with global monetary policy in the US, that the US is also being very cautious, and it may be that they don't cut their interest rates.
Now, a quick one on moving the inflation target lower. We're also expecting the latest inflation data coming out this week, and we are at the lower end of that target band of between 3 and 6%, and there has been talk a bit about moving our target lower. Do you think it's now the time for a discussion on it?
I think now is a really good time, and partly that's because we've got inflation so contained. So you don't want to wait until inflation is at the top end of the target band to try and bring it back into the 3% part of the target band. So now, while we're facing demand that is not fueling inflation,